The first of 4 matchups with the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders starts here tonight as the Capitals host Cedar Rapids for the first time this season. Welcome into Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena here in Middleton as the Capitals set to face off against the Rough Riders, like I mentioned, for the first time this season. Last season when these two teams met up, it was 4 one-goal games, all going the direction of the Capitals, including 3 of those one-goal games in overtime. We'll first start off. Last time out, the Capitals were on the road in Chicago, and Igor Barabanov got his first USHL hat trick in the contest and part of the 6-4 win in Geneva. It was part of a 16-goal weekend for the Capitals as Madison outscored Chicago 16-6 in those 2 games in the first sweep of the season for Madison. In the Capitals news and notes, the Capitals, because of that sweep, had both the forward and the defenseman of the week. We'll start with the forward of the week, Igor Barabanov. Igor had 7 points last weekend in just 3 games with Madison. He has that 7 points, so that's averaging 2.33 points a game since joining Madison. And then on the other side, it's Charlie Michaud as the defenseman of the week. A goal and an assist on Friday, and then 2 assists on Saturday is part of the win as well. NHL Central Scouting came out with their preliminary players to watch list on Wednesday, and included in that were 4 active Capitals players, Caleb Heil and Sam Capel, each named W's, which means that they'll be projected for the 6th or 7th round in the 2025 NHL Draft. And then Riker Lee and Mason Moe each received B grades, which means 2nd or 3rd round projections, I should say, for next year's NHL Draft. Congratulations to all 4 of those players, as well as affiliate defenseman Nolan Geardes, who was also awarded with a W. Mason Moe, like I mentioned, was on the NHL Central Scouting list. A busy week for him. Mason Moe commits to the University of Minnesota, so congrats to him on that as well. Before we get into tonight's matchup, let's take one last look at last week as the Capitals scored a goal. Of course, 3 of them from Igor Barabanov. One of them is this week's Play It Again Sports Goal of the Weekend.
It was chipped over the defenseman Michaud and almost a hand-eye play, but too good to be true. And now the Capitals again, Diego flying in as he overskates, and now the Steel need a change. They can't get it. It's coughed up. Barabanov again, up high. He roofs it. The puck is in. I thought it was a goal. We play on. We'll see. That puck looked like it was on the back of the bar. I think that's a goal. We'll find out.
So nice, it wasn't even called a goal on the ice. Igor Barabanov, congrats. Forward of the week here in the USHL. And that takes us into this week's standings as the Capitals enter play this weekend in a tie for first place with the Dubuque Fighting Saints. You go down the list, and it's just 6 points separating first and 8th in the Eastern Conference. So still a really tight race early on, but Madison's right where they want to be at this point in that tie for first. Let's move on to our players to watch for tonight's matchup. We'll start with the visiting Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Amina Hajibi, 6 points in 4 games against Madison in his career. He also leads the Rough Riders in points this season with 8. Then on the other side, it's Aiden Long, not in the lead in points, 4th on the team in points with 9, but 4 goals last season in 4 games against Cedar Rapids, including a multi-point game late in April for the Caps. We'll move on to our goaltending matchup now. AJ Relt is the projected starter for Cedar Rapids. It kind of rotated this year, and this is the 10th game, so he will get that start. It'll be his 5th start of the season, 3-1-0-0 on the season. Then for the Caps, it's A.J. White, leads Madison in save percentage with a .899. His last time out, the Caps won 10-2 last Friday. It's the Capitals Halloween Caps Carnival, so make sure you dress up. Costume contest during the game. The best costume will receive some cool prizes here this evening. There will be trick-or-treat stations, face painting, all sorts of fun stuff here at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Is the Caps set to face off against the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders? You're in the right spot for it if you're here at the game already. But if you're not, still time to get here. Tickets.madcapshockey.com. One last thing before we go. Go Caps, go.